afternoon of February 1st, 2025, a small group of concerned citizens met in Jackson, Tennessee at Conger Park to hold a protest against the newly inaugurated Donald Trump presidency and against the rise of fascist politics in their federal and state government.
We will not stand down as we watch this country crumble.
Deport Elon Musk! Deport Elon Musk! Deport Elon Musk! Deport Elon Musk!
Each member of the protest had their own personal reason for being there, from advocating for trans rights to protecting immigrants from being deported to the newly mandated concentration camp at Guantanamo Bay.
They're stealing people away from their homes,
And they
kids
don't
that have
even have
never
an
been in those countries before, and they're just, in the blink of an eye. What is that going to cost? I'm a mental health coach. I speak for the mental health. That's going to cost insanity in every single person.
We stand with our immigrants and the neighbors. We stand with LGBTs. We stand with the black and brown.
It's now legal federally to discriminate against trans people in the workplace. I do not have rights at work anymore, and that's terrifying. I'm a code that said, hey, I'm going to assault. If I find somebody that's trans, I'm going to assault them.
Trans rights are human rights.
Trans rights are human rights!
Gay rights are human rights. I'm very heartened by how many of you have shown up, and I hope many more to come before we start our march down to City Hall.
Donald Trump's a Nazi!
After an hour, the protesters marched through the city and made their way to Capitol Hill.
What do we do?
Smash fascism!
What do we do?
Smash fascism!
What do we do?
On the way, they were met with support from passing cars.
If the people rise up, we can take this state back. Yeah!
No justice, no peace!
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace!
As they settled into their positions at Capitol Hill, tensions rose.
Abolish ICE!
Abolish ICE!
Abolish ICE!
Abolish ICE!
I'm gonna need you to think very clearly before you do something stupid, sir.
The small anti-fascist protest started attracting hecklers.
Go to your retirement home. Go to traffic. You're wasting time. I cannot fucking hear you. I cannot fucking hear you.
Some people asked if they were paid actors.
No, do you think, are you going to pay us?
You'll pay us? You're not gonna pay us?
Others claimed the group needed Jesus. Ironically, many of the protesters professed the Christian faith.
Diverse
There were
cities
people
are
in our
safe.
church
Diverse
that
cities are
signed
safe.
onto this
Diverse cities
legislation
are safe.
to stop the drag shows, and our church is part of the group that supports LGBTQ rights
Put the pen
and
down,
always supports
Trump.
Pride, and have these big painted doors that they always bring to their booth at Pride. So that year, they put those up across the basement in our church, and the people that signed on that lawsuit had to walk by them.
Despite small confrontations, the protest was a peaceful one, as Ryan Armstrong laid out his motivation for organizing the protest in an improvised speech.
The Tennessee legislature, not 3 days ago, voted to make it illegal for council people to make any sanctuary policies for our immigrant friends and neighbors, the ones who work here and do all of the jobs that you can't pay a white person enough to take.
While the country scrambles in the wake of the hostile takeover by the Trump administration, these citizens came together to exercise their First Amendment rights and stand in unity against not only the federal government, but against the corrupt officials of Tennessee, who have sacrificed the freedoms of Tennesseans in service of radical far-right Christian nationalist policies.
David Kostock is a Nazi!
David Kostock is a Nazi!
Governor Bill Lee is a Nazi!
Governor Bill Lee is a Nazi!
All these people are placating fascists! They will lay down your rights so they can get a buck!
To some, the future may seem bleak, but protests like this one prove that sparks of hopeful resistance can lighten even the darkest corners of the country.
We will fight! Yeah! We choose to fight and make our voices heard!
United we stand, divided we fall.
United we stand, divided we fall.
United